In this video, we are going to talk about the site of action of different antifungal drugs. So let's get started. Before starting the site of action of different antifungal drugs, we'll see the drug list of these drugs. Antifungal drugs are divided into different categories. The first category is the drugs for systemic and subcutaneous mycoses. These drugs include azole antifungals like fluconazole, itraconazole, posaconazole, voriconazole. It includes antimetabolite drugs including flucytosine, echinocandins like caspofungin, micafungin, anidulafungin, and amphotericin B. The second category of antifungal drugs is the drugs for cutaneous mycoses. These drugs mainly include nystatin and racefulvin. So, what is the site of action of these drugs? Let's have a look. So now I'm gonna draw a fungal cell Now we'll do the labeling. This is the fungal cell membrane. This is the fungal cell wall. This is the nucleus. This is the cytoplasm. So now we'll see the categories of the antifungal drugs that we have just mentioned. So we'll start with the first category of the antifungal drugs, which is the drugs for subcutaneous and systemic mycoses. So the first drug mentioned here is amphotericin B. So where does amphotericin B act? So what is the site of action of amphotericin B? The site of action of amphotericin B is the fungal cell membrane. So it is the fungal cell membrane. Amphotericin B targets the cell membrane. So what does this amphotericin B do? Amphotericin B binds to the ergosterol, which is a primary main ergosterol in the cell membrane. It binds to that and it forms a membrane pore that leads to the loss of intracellular potassium and eventually cell death. So amphotericin B is fungicidal. So the next class of antifungal drugs is the azole antifungals, including fluconazole, itraconazole, posaconazole, voriconazole. These drugs target the cell membrane, the fungal cell membrane. So the azole antifungals also target the fungal cell membrane. Actually, the two structures that are most targeted in the fungal cell is the cell wall and the cell membrane, because these two structures surround and protect the fungal cell. So these are the most targeted sites for antifungal drugs. So azole antifungals inhibits the ergosterol, which is a primary sterol in the cell membrane. It inhibits the synthesis of this in the fungal cell membrane. The next class of drug is echinocandins, including caspofungin, micafungin, and anidulafungin. These drugs target the cell wall, which is this. So what does these echinocandins do? They inhibit the synthesis of glucan in the fungal cell wall. So the echinocandins, caspofungin, anidulafungin, micafungin, these drugs targets the fungal cell wall. They inhibits the synthesis of glucan, important component in the fungal cell wall. So it inhibits the synthesis of that component. The next class of drug is flucytosine. Flucytosine targets the nucleic acid and protein synthesis in the fungal cell. So flucytosine targets this side. Right, the next category is the drugs for cutaneous mycoses. So the drugs included here includes nystatin. So nystatin targets the cell membrane. So what does nystatin do? Nystatin actually again binds to the ergosterol, which is a primary sterol in the cell membrane. It binds to that and cause the alteration in the cell membrane permeability. So this alteration in the cell membrane permeability causes the cell to leak and eventually cell death. The next class is the graciofulvin. This drug inhibits the fungal mitosis. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe PharmCept.